Hi everyone, it's Laura, and I hope you're all doing well. So today I wanted to give you some tips or thoughts when on your health journey. So if you're interested in listening to my soapboxes, then keep watching. So my first thought or tip is to remember that just because a food is healthy for someone else does not mean that it's healthy for you. And recognizing this is a big part of listening to your body. And I know I talk about this all the time, but it's super important that if you feel like crap, if you don't have any energy, if you feel like you're in a fog, then doing some reflection on what have you been eating lately? How have your stress levels been? How have you been sleeping? Have you been exercising? Have you been taking time for your physical and your mental health? And figuring out what exactly is going on. Because the purpose of living isn't to live with no energy or to live like you're in a daze or to not feel like you have clarity of thought. So it's something that's really important to remember, to not take a food as this like golden food or this like cure-all just because it worked for someone else. That's not how life works. All of our bodies are so different genetically, physically, mentally. We're all so individualized that just because it worked for your friend or your spouse or your child doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. It's super, super important to keep that train of thought. Just because a food is healthy for someone else or a certain diet worked for someone else does not mean it's going to work for you. As a result, I challenge you to do self-reflection every single day. When you lay in bed or when you wake up, okay, this morning I really woke up with a lot of energy. Why is that? How did I sleep? What did I eat the day before? How is my personal life going? How's my professional life going? And really doing some self-reflection throughout your entire health journey. Even I have some days where I'm like, ooh, I kind of have no energy. Like what's been going on the past couple of days? What's going on now? How did I sleep? And figuring out why, and not just accepting it as that's how you're supposed to feel. Or today I just have a headache. Okay, well, why? And really exploring the pain signals that your body's sending you, because there's a reason your body's sending those to you. It's not just so you'll ignore it or so you'll take some Tylenol and go to bed. There's a reason for it all. So my second tip or newsflash is that a perfect diet does not equal happiness. It's not this game of, oh, if I eat clean foods and these perfect foods and I don't put anything unhealthy in my body, then I'm automatically going to be happy. And that's totally not the case. Happiness or joy is something that you find within. It's something that takes work. It's something that not always comes easily, but it's not found in consuming these perfect foods. And I know a lot of times on social media or YouTube or whatever, you see people consuming really healthy diets. They seem happy. They seem like they have a good life. But those happy moments aren't because they consume these perfect foods. And granted, consuming really healthy foods the majority of the time leads to more energy, more motivation, a clearer mindset, but it automatically doesn't mean that you're going to be happy. And I think throwing that idea out the window and realizing that it's okay that you don't consume perfect foods or you don't consume these list of foods that you have for yourself to eat, that if you consume these foods, then you're going to have this perfect body, and as a result, you're going to live this perfect life, and that's just not how life works. A lot of times it takes trial and error to figure out, okay, these list of foods or this particular diet doesn't work for me, but if I tweak it a little bit or if I change this part of it, then it does. I think it's super important to remember, because it's so easy to get sucked into this idea that, oh, I'm scrolling through my Instagram and these people, they're eating so healthfully, and I can attest, I eat really healthy, and it doesn't mean I'm happy all the time. And I can be the first to admit that just because you eat really healthy doesn't mean that you're going to be smiles all day long and that life's going to be just great and there's not going to be any hardships or anything bad that happens to you. You know, just because you eat really well, life still happens, you know, situations still happen. And so I really challenge y'all. Of course, I want you to eat healthy. Of course, I want you to feel your best. That's the whole reason I make YouTube videos, is I want you to feel your best, whatever that looks like for you. But I think it is important that knowing that, and I know people say this all the time, but knowing that it's the journey, it's not the end result, and just keeping that in mind. Number 3, start to be the person you want to be today. And I can't stress this enough. Whoever you want to be in a year, start to be that person today. Because you can't expect to, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's your career, whether it's eating healthy, whether it's exercising, whether it's your body, whether it's your mental health, whatever it is, you're not just going to get there. You know, start to be that person today. It's not like you're just going to wake up and be like, oh, I am this perfect person that I envision without doing any work. Start to be that person today, because the more you put it off, you know, there's always going to be another Monday. Oh, well, I'll start next week. There's always going to be another next week. There's always going to be a tomorrow. There's always going to be next year. But it's today that matters. It's making progress towards your goal every single day and starting today. Not waiting until tomorrow, but getting up off your behind and doing what you need to do to be the person you want to be. Because like I said, I just want y'all to be healthy and happy, you know, and it's easier said than done, and it's not always an easy journey. But as long as every day you're doing something to become the person you want to be, to achieve the health that you want to achieve, as long as you're working towards it every single day, then you'll get there. And whether it's in 3 months or whether it's in a year or whatever it may be, you'll get there. It's staying motivated, finding that motivation within yourself, and every single day making a goal that puts you one step closer to reaching your long-term goals. So I hope these tips helped you out. If you have any questions or comments or additional ideas to add to anything related to health or nutrition, then feel free to leave them below. Also, I'll put a link below to my book. It's all about incorporating a plant-based lifestyle into your life. And I'm also available for meal planning and one-on-one counseling. I'll leave the link to that below. And I'll be seeing you on my next video. Bye. Mona.